In the world of skincare, achieving that glow often feels like navigating a maze of ingredients and trends. Every day, new products promise miraculous results, each with unique components to erase imperfections. Yet, uncertainty hangs over certain ingredients, sparking debates within the beauty community. Two such ingredients are parabens and silicones. Advocates praise parabens for prolonging shelf life and silicones for their skin-smoothing prowess. Critics raise concerns about potential health risks and environmental impacts. This dichotomy underscores the need for clear, evidence-based information. Misinformation often overshadows the importance of understanding these ingredients. It's easy to get swept up in trends or alarmist headlines. Blindly following the crowd without understanding the science can lead to anxiety and harmful choices. This is particularly true for ingredients like parabens and silicones. The internet is a breeding ground for skincare myths. Sensationalized articles claim parabens are toxic and silicones suffocate the skin. These claims often lack scientific rigor. Separating fact from fiction requires a critical eye and skepticism. Seek credible sources like dermatologists and scientific studies. Understanding the science empowers us to move beyond the hype. Navigating skincare requires a discerning approach. Be informed consumers who ask questions and demand transparency. Empower yourself with knowledge to differentiate genuine concerns from unfounded fears. This journey begins with understanding ingredients like parabens and silicones. Make choices aligned with your skin concerns and values. Parabens are synthetic preservatives used in cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. They prevent the growth of bacteria, mold, and yeast, extending product shelf life. Without parabens, products would become unsafe and ineffective. Silicones are synthetic polymers derived from silicon, creating a smooth texture and locking in moisture. Both ingredients offer benefits but spark controversy. Concerns about parabens include their potential to mimic estrogen. Some studies suggest a link to health issues, but evidence is inconclusive. Regulatory bodies deem them safe at regulated concentrations. Silicones are safe for topical use but raise environmental concerns. Understanding these controversies helps make informed decisions. It's about weighing risks and benefits based on individual needs. Examine scientific evidence and separate fact from fiction. Choose products that align with your health and well-being. Achieving healthy skin is about making informed choices. Ingredients like parabens and silicones have no one-size-fits-all answer. Personal preferences shape our skincare routines. Approach skincare with a discerning eye and seek credible information. Understand that choices have personal and environmental implications. This exploration marks the beginning of informed skincare. Delve into the science behind these ingredients. Move beyond the hype and make choices aligned with your needs. Empower yourself with knowledge for a lifetime of healthy skin. Parabens are synthetic preservatives used in cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and food. They combat microbial contamination, ensuring product safety. Without preservatives, products would become breeding grounds for bacteria and mold. Parabens inhibit microbial growth, keeping products safe and stable. Their chemical structure allows them to penetrate microbial cell walls. This disrupts cellular processes, preventing spoilage. Parabens are effective in water-based formulations. They safeguard product integrity and consumer health. Parabens protect against infections from contaminated products. Their widespread use speaks to their effectiveness. Decoding the labels. Common parabens in your skincare. Parabens follow a naming convention ending in paraben. Common types include methylparaben, ethylparaben, propylparaben, and butylparaben. These differ in molecular size and effectiveness. Methylparaben and ethylparaben penetrate the skin well. Propylparaben and butylparaben are effective in oil-based formulations. Understanding these nuances helps make informed choices. Sensitive skin might prefer methylparaben or ethylparaben. For extended shelf life, propylparaben or butylparaben are suitable. Choose based on your skin type and needs. The science behind the preservation. How parabens safeguard your products. Parabens disrupt microbial growth at the cellular level. They act as antimicrobial agents, halting spoilage. Parabens penetrate microbial cell walls and disrupt cell membranes. This leads to cell death and prevents contamination. They also inhibit enzymes, crippling microorganisms. Parabens are regulated for effectiveness and safety. Regulatory bodies set guidelines for maximum concentrations. These regulations balance product integrity and health risks. Consumers benefit from safe, preserved products. Parabens ensure product longevity without compromising safety. Parabens in context, understanding their role in cosmetic formulation. Parabens ensure product safety, efficacy, and longevity. Without them, products would succumb to microbial contamination. Their presence is essential for maintaining product integrity. Cosmetic chemists carefully consider their inclusion. Water-based formulations often require preservatives. Products for sensitive areas benefit from parabens. The debate is complex, fueled by misinformation. Concerns about health effects are valid but need balanced perspective. Recognize both benefits and risks of parabens. The decision to use parabens is personal. Consider individual values and risk tolerance. The estrogen connection, unraveling the hormonal concerns. Parabens can mimic estrogen, raising endocrine disruption concerns. This has led to worries about reproductive disorders and cancer. Animal studies suggest a link, but human relevance is debated. Critics argue animal doses exceed typical human exposure. The debate is fueled by conflicting evidence. Some studies show correlation, but causation is unclear. Factors like genetics and lifestyle also influence hormonal health. Isolating parabens' effects is challenging. Parabens and cancer, examining the scientific evidence. The potential link between parabens and cancer raises public concern. Studies detected parabens in breast tumor tissue. Presence in tumors doesn't imply causation. Lab studies show parabens stimulate cancer cells, but real-world relevance is unclear. Human bodies metabolize and eliminate chemicals. Epidemiological studies show inconsistent results. Scientific community continues to investigate. Evidence suggests typical cosmetic use poses low cancer risk. Further research is needed for long-term effects. Consider broader environmental exposures in daily life. Section 3. Navigating the regulatory landscape, safety guidelines, and ongoing research. In the realm of consumer products, safety is paramount, and regulatory bodies worldwide play a crucial role in evaluating the safety of ingredients used in cosmetics and personal care products, including parabens. These agencies, such as the Food and Drug Administration in the United States and the European Commission's Scientific Committee on Consumer Safety, rely on a wealth of scientific data including toxicological studies, epidemiological research, and exposure assessments to determine the safety of ingredients and establish guidelines for their use. Based on the current scientific evidence, these regulatory bodies have deemed parabens safe for use in cosmetics at permitted concentrations. However, they continue to monitor emerging research and reassess the safety of these preservatives as new data become available. The SCCS, for instance, has conducted several comprehensive safety assessments of parabens, taking into account new scientific findings and adjusting their guidance accordingly. This ongoing evaluation process ensures that regulations reflect the most up-to-date scientific understanding of these ingredients. The regulatory landscape surrounding parabens is constantly evolving, reflecting the dynamic nature of scientific research and our understanding of chemical safety. While parabens remain approved for use in cosmetics in many parts of the world, the debate surrounding their safety is far from over. Consumer advocacy groups continue to raise concerns, prompting further research and regulatory scrutiny. This ongoing dialogue between scientists, regulators, and the public is essential for ensuring the safety of the products we use and for fostering trust in the beauty industry. Section 4. The Precautionary Principle. Weighing potential risks and benefits. The precautionary principle, a concept often invoked in discussions about chemical safety, advocates for erring on the side of caution when potential risks to human health or the environment exist, even in the absence of conclusive scientific evidence. This principle argues that when there is uncertainty about the safety of a substance, it is prudent to take preventive measures to minimize potential harm, rather than waiting for definitive proof of harm before taking action. In the context of parabens, the precautionary principle suggests that minimizing exposure to these preservatives might be warranted, given the concerns about their potential endocrine-disrupting effects and the lack of long-term safety data for certain parabens. Proponents of this approach argue that the potential benefits of using parabens in cosmetics, primarily preserving product integrity and preventing microbial growth, do not outweigh the potential risks to human health, particularly in light of the availability of alternative preservation methods. The application of the precautionary principle in the case of parabens is not without its critics. Opponents argue that this approach stifles innovation, increases costs for consumers, and can lead to the replacement of potentially safe ingredients with less studied alternatives that might pose unknown risks. They emphasize the importance of evidence-based decision-making and argue that the current scientific evidence does not warrant a ban on parabens in cosmetics. Section 5. Beyond the headlines, a balanced perspective on parabens in skincare. The debate surrounding parabens in skincare is often portrayed as a black and white issue, with proponents and opponents taking polarized stances. However, the reality is far more nuanced. Parabens, like many chemicals we encounter in our daily lives, occupy a gray area, where potential risks and benefits must be carefully weighed against each other. A balanced perspective acknowledges both the concerns raised about these preservatives and the scientific evidence supporting their safety at permitted levels. It's also crucial to recognize that the decision of whether or not to use products containing parabens is a personal one. Factors such as individual risk tolerance, skin sensitivity, and values regarding chemical exposure all play a role in shaping consumer choices. Some individuals might choose to avoid parabens altogether, opting for products marketed as paraben-free, while others might feel comfortable using products containing these preservatives, trusting in the regulatory oversight and the current scientific understanding of their safety. Ultimately, the key to navigating the complex world of skincare ingredients is to stay informed, critically evaluate information from various sources, and make choices that align with our individual needs and values. The debate surrounding parabens is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon, but by fostering open dialogue, promoting scientific literacy, and encouraging transparency within the beauty industry, we can empower ourselves to make informed decisions that support our overall well-being. Shifting gears from the complex world of preservatives, we now turn our attention to another group of ingredients that often spark debate in the skincare community: silicones. These synthetic compounds, often misconstrued and demonized, are actually a fascinating class of polymers derived from a surprisingly abundant natural source: silicon. Silicon, a chemical element found in sand, quartz, and even the Earth's crust, undergoes a series of chemical transformations to yield the versatile substances we know as silicones. Chemically speaking, silicones belong to a family of polymers known as siloxanes, characterized by a backbone of alternating silicon and oxygen atoms, often with organic groups attached to the silicon atoms. This unique chemical structure grants silicones a remarkable array of properties that make them highly desirable in various applications, from aerospace engineering to biomedical devices, and of course, skincare. In the realm of beauty, silicones are prized for their ability to impart a luxurious, silky, smooth feel to formulations, creating a sensory experience that many consumers find irresistible. The smooth, velvety texture that silicones impart to skincare products is not merely a superficial aesthetic quality. This unique characteristic stems from their ability to form a thin, breathable barrier on the skin's surface. This barrier, often described as a protective film, helps to lock in moisture, preventing transepidermal water loss and keeping the skin hydrated. Moreover, silicone's ability to create a smooth, even surface on the skin can temporarily minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, creating a blurring effect that contributes to a more youthful complexion. Navigating the world of silicones in skincare can feel like deciphering a secret code, with an array of complex chemical names often leaving consumers perplexed. Fear not, for understanding the language of silicones is easier than it might seem. These versatile compounds, while diverse in their specific chemical structures, often bear telltale suffixes that can help us identify their presence in ingredient lists. Look out for names ending in cone, siloxane, or conol, as these are often indicative of silicones lurking within your skincare products. Among the most common silicones gracing the labels of our beloved serums, creams, and primers are dimethicone, cyclopentasiloxane, and phenyltrimethicone. Dimethicone, a silicone superstar, earns its place as a mainstay in countless formulations thanks to its exceptional ability to create a smooth, silky texture, enhance product spreadability, and impart a water-resistant finish. Cyclopentasiloxane, a volatile silicone known for its lightweight, non-greasy feel, often appears in products designed for oily or acne-prone skin, as it evaporates quickly upon application, leaving behind a silky, smooth finish without clogging pores. Phenyltrimethicone, another silicone heavyweight, joins the ranks of sought-after ingredients for its remarkable ability to scatter light, creating a soft focus effect that blurs imperfections and imparts a radiant glow to the skin. These are just a few examples of the diverse world of silicones in skincare, each with its unique properties and applications. By understanding the language of silicones, we can make informed decisions about the products we choose and tailor our skincare routines to meet our specific needs and preferences. Silicones have earned a prominent place in the world of skincare, and for good reason. These versatile compounds offer an array of benefits that can enhance both the sensory experience and the efficacy of our beloved skincare products. From creating a luxurious, silky, smooth feel to protecting our skin from environmental aggressors, silicones have become indispensable ingredients in countless formulations, designed to address a wide range of skin concerns. One of the most celebrated benefits of silicones is their unparalleled ability to impart a smooth, velvety texture to skincare products. This sensory delight stems from their unique chemical structure, which allows them to fill in fine lines and imperfections on the skin's surface, creating an even canvas that enhances product spreadability and leaves behind a soft, silky finish. This smoothing effect not only enhances the aesthetic appeal of our skincare, but also contributes to a more youthful appearance by temporarily minimizing the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. Beyond their sensory benefits, silicones also play a crucial role in protecting our skin from environmental aggressors. Their ability to form a thin, breathable barrier on the skin's surface helps to shield against the damaging effects of pollution, UV radiation, and harsh weather conditions. This protective barrier also helps to lock in moisture, preventing transepidermal water loss and keeping the skin hydrated, a crucial factor in maintaining a healthy, youthful-looking complexion. Furthermore, silicones' occlusive properties can enhance the efficacy of other active ingredients in skincare by preventing their evaporation and enhancing their penetration into the skin. Despite their widespread use and undeniable benefits, silicones have faced their fair share of scrutiny and controversy in recent years. Myths and misconceptions abound, often fueled by misinformation and a lack of understanding of their chemical nature and behavior. One of the most persistent myths surrounding silicones is the notion that they suffocate the skin, clogging pores and leading to breakouts. This belief stems from the observation that silicones form a barrier on the skin's surface, leading some to believe that this barrier traps dirt, oil, and bacteria, creating a breeding ground for acne. However, this fear is largely unfounded. Silicones, despite their ability to form a protective film, are actually highly breathable materials. The barrier they create is not an impenetrable wall, but rather a porous membrane that allows for the passage of air and moisture, preventing the skin from feeling suffocated or clogged. Furthermore, silicones are non-comedogenic, meaning they do not clog pores, a crucial factor in preventing breakouts. In fact, some silicones, such as cyclopentasiloxane, are even considered beneficial for oily or acne-prone skin due to their lightweight, non-greasy texture and their ability to evaporate quickly upon application. Another concern often raised in relation to silicones is their environmental impact. Silicones, being synthetic polymers, are not biodegradable, meaning they do not break down easily in the environment and can persist for extended periods. This persistence has raised concerns about their potential to accumulate in ecosystems and contribute to environmental pollution. However, it's important to note that silicones are considered relatively inert substances. meaning they do not readily react with other chemicals in the environment and are not considered highly toxic to wildlife. Nonetheless, the environmental impact of silicones remains an area of ongoing research, and efforts are underway to develop more sustainable alternatives and to promote responsible disposal practices. One of the most pervasive and arguably damaging myths surrounding silicones in skincare is the notion that they suffocate the skin. This misconception likely stems from the way silicones form a protective barrier on the skin's surface, leading some to imagine an impermeable, plastic-like film trapping everything beneath. Visions of clogged pores, stifled cell turnover, and exacerbated breakouts dance in the minds of those wary of these synthetic compounds. However, the reality of how silicones interact with our skin is far less dramatic and far more benign. The barrier formed by silicones is not an airtight seal, but rather a breathable, intelligent film. Imagine a fine mesh net draped over your skin. It creates a smooth surface and a subtle barrier, but air and moisture can still pass through. This breathability is crucial because it allows our skin to function naturally, without hindering its ability to perspire, release toxins, and absorb moisture from the environment. Furthermore, silicones are non-comedogenic, a scientific term meaning they don't clog pores. This is a crucial point to remember, especially for those concerned about breakouts. Silicones don't inherently cause acne. In fact, some types of silicones are specifically chosen for oily or acne-prone skin because of their lightweight, non-greasy feel. The culprit behind breakouts is often a complex interplay of factors, including excess sebum production, bacterial overgrowth, and inflammation, rather than the presence of silicones themselves. While the suffocating skin myth has largely been debunked by scientific evidence, the debate surrounding silicones extends beyond our pores and into the environment. One of the most significant concerns surrounding silicones is their biodegradability, or rather, the lack thereof. Unlike many natural ingredients that decompose relatively quickly in the environment, silicones, being synthetic polymers, are much more persistent. This persistence means that silicones, once released into the environment through wastewater from our showers and sinks, can stick around for a long time. They don't simply vanish into thin air. Instead, they can accumulate in waterways, soil, and even marine environments. This accumulation has raised concerns about their potential long-term effects on ecosystems and the delicate balance of aquatic life. While silicones themselves are not considered highly toxic, their persistence and potential to bioaccumulate in the food chain raise valid questions about their long-term ecological impact. The good news is that the scientific community is actively investigating these concerns and exploring ways to mitigate the environmental impact of silicones. Research into biodegradable silicones is gaining momentum, with scientists developing new types of silicones designed to break down more readily in the environment. Additionally, advancements in wastewater treatment technologies are playing a crucial role in removing silicones and other contaminants before they reach natural water sources. Section 3. The buildup conundrum, separating fact from fiction. Another concern often whispered in hushed tones among skincare enthusiasts is the notion that silicones build up on the skin, creating a stubborn, impenetrable layer that hinders the effectiveness of other products. This concern often manifests as a fear that our expensive serums and meticulously layered skincare routines are rendered useless by a microscopic silicone shield, preventing those coveted active ingredients from reaching their intended destination. While it's true that silicones form a film on the skin, this buildup is often exaggerated. Silicones, especially those commonly used in skincare, are designed to be spreadable and to create a thin, even layer rather than a thick, occlusive mask. Moreover, most silicones are easily removed with gentle cleansers, ensuring that our skin is properly cleansed and prepped for subsequent skincare steps. Regular exfoliation can further assist in removing any potential buildup, ensuring that our skin remains a receptive canvas for our chosen products. It's important to remember that the skincare industry is constantly evolving and formulations are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Cosmetic chemists are acutely aware of the potential for product buildup and often formulate their products with careful consideration of ingredient compatibility and synergy. Many products containing silicones are designed to work harmoniously with other ingredients, ensuring that each component can perform its intended function without hindrance. Section 4. Weighing the evidence. A balanced perspective on silicones in skincare. The debate surrounding silicones in skincare, much like the ingredients themselves, is multifaceted and nuanced. There are valid concerns about their environmental impact, particularly their persistence and potential to bioaccumulate. However, it's crucial to approach this topic with a balanced perspective, recognizing both the potential drawbacks and the undeniable benefits they offer in skincare formulations. Silicones, when used responsibly and in well-formulated products, can enhance the sensory experience of our skincare routines, providing a smooth, silky feel that many find delightful. Their ability to form a breathable barrier can protect our skin from environmental aggressors and lock in moisture, contributing to a healthy, hydrated complexion. Furthermore, their versatility allows them to address a wide range of skin concerns, from smoothing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, to controlling oil production and enhancing the spreadability of makeup. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to incorporate silicones into our skincare routines is a personal one. Factors such as individual skin type, sensitivity, environmental concerns, and personal preferences all play a role in shaping our choices. The key is to stay informed, critically evaluate information from various sources, and choose products that align with our individual needs and values. The world of skincare is vast and ever-evolving, offering a diverse array of options to cater to every preference and concern. Section 1. The Showdown. Parabens versus silicones in the skincare arena. In the realm of skincare, where ingredients are often cast as heroes or villains, the debate surrounding parabens and silicones rages on. Both groups of compounds have faced their fair share of scrutiny, sparking heated discussions among consumers, scientists, and beauty brands alike. Parabens, the stalwart preservatives, stand accused of potential hormone disruption and long-term health risks, while silicones, the smooth operators of the skincare world, face accusations of environmental harm and potential skin suffocation. The question on everyone's lips, or rather, meticulously cleansed faces, is, which is worse? It's a question that demands a nuanced answer, one that delves beyond the sensationalized headlines and examines the scientific evidence, weighs the potential risks and benefits, and considers the values and priorities of each individual. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, no definitive winner or loser in this skincare showdown. Instead, we must approach this debate with a discerning eye, recognizing that the better choice depends on a complex interplay of factors. Consider this. A consumer deeply concerned about potential hormone disruption might prioritize paraben-free products, even if it means accepting a shorter product shelf life or relying on alternative preservatives with their own set of considerations. Conversely, an eco-conscious individual might opt for silicone-free formulations, understanding that their choice, while potentially impacting the sensory experience of their skincare, aligns with their commitment to minimizing their environmental footprint. The key is to empower ourselves with knowledge, to understand the science behind these ingredients, and to make choices that resonate with our individual needs and values. When it comes to our skin, the most precious and visible organ we possess, safety and efficacy reign supreme. So how do parabens and silicones fare when scrutinized under the microscope of skin health? Parabens, in the context of their intended use as preservatives, are generally considered safe for topical application by regulatory bodies worldwide. The levels permitted in cosmetics are carefully calculated to minimize potential risks, while ensuring product integrity and preventing microbial growth, a crucial factor in maintaining skin health. However, concerns about parabens stem from their potential to mimic estrogen in the body, raising questions about potential hormone disruption, particularly with long-term exposure. While the scientific evidence remains inconclusive, some studies have suggested a link between paraben exposure and certain health issues, including reproductive disorders and certain types of cancer. These concerns have prompted many consumers to adopt a precautionary approach, opting for paraben-free products whenever possible. Silicones, on the other hand, generally boast a favorable safety profile for topical use. They are considered inert, meaning they don't readily react with other ingredients or disrupt the skin's natural functions. Silicones' non-comedogenic nature further adds to their appeal, particularly for those prone to breakouts, as they don't clog pores or contribute to acne formation. However, it's worth noting that some individuals might experience sensitivity or irritation from certain types of silicones, particularly if they have pre-existing skin conditions or sensitivities. The key takeaway is that both parabens and silicones, when used within safe limits and in well-formulated products, are unlikely to pose significant risks to skin health for most individuals. However, individual sensitivities and concerns about long-term effects should always be considered. As awareness of our environmental impact grows, so too does the scrutiny of ingredients in our skincare products. Parabens and silicones, both synthetic compounds, have come under fire for their potential environmental effects, albeit for different reasons. Parabens, while not considered highly persistent in the environment, have been detected in waterways and aquatic life, raising concerns about their potential to disrupt delicate ecosystems. Studies have shown that parabens can accumulate in the tissues of aquatic organisms, potentially interfering with their endocrine systems and reproductive processes. While the concentrations currently found in the environment are not believed to pose a significant threat to human health, their presence serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of our actions and the need for responsible consumption. Silicones, on the other hand, present a different set of environmental challenges. Their remarkable stability and resistance to degradation, while desirable in skincare products, become a liability when released into the environment. Silicones can persist in waterways and soil for extended periods, potentially accumulating over time. While they are not considered acutely toxic to wildlife, their long-term effects on ecosystems are not fully understood, and their persistence raises concerns about their potential to bioaccumulate in the food chain. The good news is that research into biodegradable silicones is gaining momentum, offering hope for more sustainable alternatives in the future. Additionally, responsible disposal practices, such as using designated recycling facilities for personal care product containers, can help minimize the environmental impact of these ingredients. The debate surrounding parabens and silicones in skincare is unlikely to reach a definitive conclusion anytime soon. Both groups of compounds offer distinct benefits and present potential drawbacks, making a clear-cut winner or loser an elusive concept. The key takeaway is that neither parabens nor silicones are inherently evil ingredients. Their inclusion in skincare products is driven by a desire to enhance product efficacy, prolong shelf life, and provide consumers with a positive sensory experience. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that concerns about their potential health and environmental effects are not entirely unfounded. Scientific research continues to unravel the complexities of these ingredients, and a precautionary approach, particularly for those with specific sensitivities or concerns, is entirely valid. The beauty of skincare lies in its ability to be personalized and tailored to individual needs and values. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to choosing products with or without parabens and silicones. The key is to stay informed, critically evaluate information from various sources, and make choices that align with our individual priorities. Whether we prioritize paraben-free formulations to minimize potential hormone disruption, opt for silicone-free products to reduce our environmental footprint, or find a balance that works for our unique skin type and concerns. The power lies in our hands to make informed decisions that support both our skin and the planet we inhabit. Section 1. Decoding the ingredient list. A guide to identifying parabens and silicones. For the discerning skincare enthusiast, the ingredient list on the back of a bottle is more than just a jumble of chemical names. It's a roadmap to understanding the composition and potential effects of our chosen products. However, deciphering this intricate language can feel like embarking on a scientific expedition, especially when faced with the seemingly endless array of compounds that grace modern skincare formulations. Fear not, for identifying parabens and silicones amidst this chemical lexicon is a skill easily mastered with a little guidance. Parabens, those ubiquitous preservatives, are relatively easy to spot, often betraying their presence with the telltale suffix, paraben. Look out for names like methylparaben, ethylparaben, propylparaben, butylparaben, and isobutylparaben, often nestled among other ingredients designed to keep our beloved creams, serums, and lotions fresh and free from unwanted microbial guests. Silicones, on the other hand, might require a bit more detective work, as they often masquerade under a variety of names, usually ending in cone, siloxane, or conal. Dimethicone, perhaps the most recognizable name in the silicone family, is a common sight on ingredient lists, prized for its ability to impart a smooth, velvety texture to formulations. Other silicones to watch out for include cyclopentasiloxane, phenyltrimethicone, amodimethicone, and a host of others, each with its unique properties and applications. Remember that ingredient lists are typically organized in descending order of concentration, meaning ingredients listed first are present in the highest amounts. Therefore, if a paraben or silicone appears high on the list, it's likely a key ingredient in the formulation, while those relegated to the bottom are present in smaller quantities and might play a more supporting role. Section 2. The paraben-free and silicone-free landscape navigating label claims. In the ever-evolving world of skincare, where consumer demand often dictates trends, the rise of free-from products has taken center stage. Labels proudly proclaiming paraben-free and silicone-free adorn countless bottles, appealing to those seeking to simplify their routines and minimize potential risks associated with these often debated ingredients. While the desire for transparency and greater control over the products we use is understandable, navigating the landscape of free-from claims requires a discerning eye and a healthy dose of skepticism. Firstly, it's crucial to remember that paraben-free doesn't necessarily equate to preservative-free. Parabens are just one type of preservative, and their absence often means that alternative preservation methods have been employed. These alternatives might involve other synthetic preservatives, some of which might be less studied than parabens or might carry their own set of potential drawbacks. Similarly, silicone-free doesn't necessarily translate to a less refined sensory experience. Brands have become increasingly adept at formulating silicone-free products that still deliver a smooth, luxurious feel, often relying on plant oils, butters, or other innovative ingredients to achieve those desirable sensory qualities. However, the absence of familiar silicones might mean a shift in texture, spreadability, or even the longevity of certain makeup products. The key takeaway is that free from claims, while informative, should not be the sole factor driving our skincare choices. It's essential to look beyond the marketing buzzwords and delve into the full ingredient list, understanding that every choice, whether to include or exclude certain ingredients, comes with its own set of considerations and potential trade-offs. Weighing the risks and benefits. Who should consider avoiding parabens and silicones? The decision of whether or not to incorporate products containing parabens and silicones into our skincare routines is a personal one, influenced by a complex interplay of factors, including individual skin type, sensitivities, values, and risk tolerance. While both parabens and silicones are generally considered safe for topical use within regulated limits, certain individuals might choose to avoid them altogether or limit their exposure based on specific concerns or sensitivities. For those with a history of sensitivities or allergies to parabens, opting for paraben-free products is often the safest course of action. Parabens, while generally well tolerated, can trigger allergic reactions in some individuals, manifesting as redness, itching, dryness, or even contact dermatitis. If you've experienced adverse reactions to products containing parabens in the past, err on the side of caution and choose paraben-free alternatives. Pregnant or breastfeeding individuals might also choose to err on the side of caution and minimize their exposure to parabens, as some studies have suggested a potential link between prenatal paraben exposure and certain health outcomes in offspring. When it comes to silicones, individuals with oily or acne-prone skin might find that certain types of silicones, particularly those with heavier molecular weights, exacerbate their skin concerns. While silicones themselves don't clog pores, they can sometimes trap sebum and impurities on the skin's surface, potentially contributing to breakouts in those with already overactive sebaceous glands. Experimenting with different types of silicones or opting for silicone-free alternatives might be beneficial for those seeking to minimize shine and maintain a clear complexion. Ultimately, the key is to listen to your skin, pay attention to its unique needs, and adjust your skincare routine accordingly. Empowering informed choices. Your skin, your values, your decision. The world of skincare, much like the skin itself, is a complex and ever-evolving landscape. Navigating this terrain requires more than just a basic understanding of ingredients. It demands a discerning eye, a willingness to challenge assumptions, and a commitment to making informed choices that align with our individual needs and values. Parabens and silicones, often portrayed as the antagonists in the quest for healthy, radiant skin, deserve a more nuanced perspective. These ingredients, while not without their potential drawbacks, offer undeniable benefits in skincare formulations. Parabens, as effective preservatives, help to ensure product integrity and protect us from potentially harmful microbial contamination, while silicones, with their unique sensory properties, enhance product texture, spreadability, and even efficacy. The key is to approach these ingredients, and indeed all skincare choices, with a balanced perspective, recognizing that there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Empowering ourselves with knowledge, seeking out credible sources of information, and engaging in open, honest conversations about our skincare journeys are crucial steps in making informed decisions that support both our skin and our values. Whether we choose to embrace parabens and silicones for their proven benefits, opt for alternative ingredients out of precaution or personal preference, or find a balance that works for our unique needs, the power lies in our hands to curate a skincare routine that reflects our individual journeys toward healthy, radiant skin. The power of informed skincare choices. As we conclude our exploration of parabens and silicones, those two controversial yet ubiquitous denizens of the skincare world, a crucial message emerges: knowledge is power. The journey toward healthy, radiant skin is not about blindly following trends or adhering to rigid rules, but rather about making conscious, informed choices that support our individual needs, values, and aspirations. Parabens and silicones, often painted in broad strokes as either villains or saviors, defy such simplistic categorization. The truth, as is often the case, lies somewhere in the nuanced space between fear-mongering headlines and overly enthusiastic marketing claims. Parabens, those stalwart guardians against microbial contamination, have earned their place in countless formulations, ensuring product longevity and protecting us from potentially harmful bacteria and fungi. Silicones, the masterminds behind that coveted silky smooth texture, enhance the sensory experience of our skincare routines and offer a protective barrier against environmental aggressors. However, concerns about their potential long-term effects, both on our bodies and the environment, cannot be ignored. The key takeaway is this: there is no universally right or wrong answer when it comes to incorporating parabens and silicones into our skincare routines. What works for one person might not work for another, and personal preferences informed by scientific evidence and a healthy dose of self-awareness should guide our choices. The beauty of skincare lies in its ability to be personalized, tailored to the unique needs and values of each individual. Embracing the journey to healthy, radiant skin. The quest for healthy, radiant skin is not a destination but a journey, one filled with exploration, discovery, and a dash of trial and error. Along this path we encounter a myriad of ingredients, each with its own story to tell, its own set of benefits and potential drawbacks. Parabens and silicones, with their complex chemistries and nuanced effects, serve as reminders that understanding our skincare choices requires more than just skimming ingredient lists or succumbing to marketing hype. It demands a commitment to seeking out credible information, engaging in thoughtful conversations, and listening to our bodies with attentiveness and compassion. The decision to embrace parabens and silicones, to avoid them altogether, or to find a balance that works for our unique needs, is a personal one, shaped by our individual values, priorities, and risk tolerance. There is no shame in choosing products that prioritize specific concerns, whether it be minimizing potential hormone disruption, reducing our environmental footprint, or simply opting for formulations that feel most harmonious with our skin. The most important step is to approach our skincare journeys with a spirit of curiosity, openness, and a commitment to making informed choices that support both our individual well-being and the health of our planet. As we move forward armed with knowledge and empowered by choice, we can navigate the ever-evolving world of skincare with confidence, embracing the journey toward healthy, radiant skin as an integral part of a life well lived. Remember, the most radiant glow comes not just from flawless skin but also from the confidence that comes with making informed choices that align with our values and support our overall well-being.